Welcome to the AaaTeX video 901 on our troubleshooting files. Now, you would use this in case you had a question, something didn't appear to be working right, or even a program crash. Now, most of what we're going to say applies to just about all of our products. There are some exceptions. Well, the first thing we have to know is basically, well, what are you asking about? And the best way of doing that, in addition to having some text from you as to what was wrong, would be a image of either an error message or the transaction or entry in QuickBooks and so forth. The best way of getting that is with the snipping tool available in Windows 7 and up from the Start or Programs Accessories folder. I cannot show you that right now, but here's an image of where that would be. So again, you go to Start or Programs Accessories and click on Snipping Tool. That is a very handy gadget, and I'll just show you how it works very briefly here. If I can, it comes up and you can basically say I want new, take an image. You can use the pen to make markings, you can highlight things. This way you can show us exactly what is wrong. You can then save it to wherever you want and attach it to an email to us. So that will give us a general idea of what is wrong. The next item to discuss is we need to know what the input is. Is it a file that you're dealing with or whatever? In all of our programs, we do basically input a file at one point or another. With the trans importer, it's going to be an Excel type file. IIF importer is going to be an IIF file. The e-integrator and the POS e-integrator will also create files based upon your interface or store. It will download and create a file even though you may not see it internally. It would be in our working folder. POS integrator has it in a subfolder called data. We also create various other files when the program starts, an error log and a debug log. They both have the date and time in it, so you know exactly when it occurred. The error log is for your use, the debug log is for our use. Now, where are all these files kept? They are kept in our working folder. You might ask, where is this working folder? The working folder is displayed on the bottom of our screen in just about all of our products. You will see it here in our e-integrator, the trans importer, and also our IIF importer. Now, how do you get there? Well, you could go to the folder itself. The easiest way is to just double click on it, and it's coming up on my other monitor, and you'll see it come up here. There are various files in there, as you can see. If you wanted to get there the longer way, I say with regular File Explorer, the easiest way would be just going to Documents, Public Documents, AaaTeX, and in there is the folder for each of our products. As I say, here is the e-integrator as an example. Now, once you're in our working folder, you have to know which files to send us. Some people send the entire working folder, which can be very, very large. Others should only send the files that are in question. How do you know the files are in question? Well, the date at which the incident occurred. Now, your screen when you go into File Explorer on my computer may be a little bit different, and that's probably because you have the settings set for something other than what I have, which is details. We would prefer, when you're using this, to go into details because it gives you more information, and you can also just click and sort on the date, and you'll see everything for today's date just popping up. Now, in addition, you might see that you don't know what files types these are, even though it is here, and there might also be some hidden files. So what we would normally set our settings to, and recommend you do the same thing, is that from Organize, you go into the folder and View options, pick on View, and say, I want to see the hidden files, unchecked because I want to see the file extensions. And now you will see the file extensions popping up which I think is a little bit more information and it's a little bit easier to use. So now, just say we wanted to send all the files from today. How would we do it? Again, just sort on the date so the most recent pop up, and then you can select multiples by clicking on the first one and then control and each and every other file you want to do. Or another way is to click on the first one and do a shift on the last one and it'll select all of them. And then we send it to let's say, compressed folder by right clicking, send to compressed folder. Oops, I got an error. Oh, what is that error? Well, the error is because this file is still open by the program. So we're going to just hit the control key, click on it, and now it's not. And if you needed to send us that file, you would just close the program out and it will indeed make that file available. Right click, send to compressed folder to AaaTeX, and the name doesn't matter. I'm going to call it to AaaTeX 4 in this case, and you would just attach that into an email. Now the error logs are for your use. It basically will say everything that happened. It's more than just errors. It's like transaction added, customers added, and the errors itself. The debug log can be quite extensive, and this tells us what the programming is doing throughout the run. Again, you would compress them, put them into the zip folder, attach it to an email along with the screen image and the data that you're trying to import. The data you're trying to import can vary per program. For a IIF importer, it would be your IIF file. You might have it in a different folder. Same thing for a trans importer. You may have that in your file, in your folder for your Excel files to be imported. We would need that also, in addition to our running files here. For the trans importer, we keep files in here, and we also keep various names. We have an AaaTeX downloaded folder. You'll see these here. Basically, those are the files that were downloaded as a result of the export from your store. So we would normally do a download or export from your store interface, change it to an AaaTeX downloaded folder, and then save it in our working folder. Now, you would also want to email that to us. Now, for our POS integrator and some other products, we don't put them in public documents. They are still going to a folder called Program Data. Now, this is a hidden file, so you must have your view option set to show hidden files. And you'll see again AaaTeX, and we can look at the POS integrator. In this case, it has a data folder. The data folder has the names of the data files that we downloaded, and you would send us the appropriate one here. Like here is one that was just called CA. This is the date and time that was created, and it's going to be either a TDT for tab delimited text or TXT. Those are the normal conventions that we use for our downloads. Again, AaaTeX download, and then usually store name or interface name, date and time in the data folder for POS integrator. Now, that concludes the basic operations on how you would go about sending us any troubleshooting files. If you have any questions on it, please send us an email at support@aatex.com or view our website forum that's available from our website under support. We also have a bunch of other videos that you could look at. They're all in the videos library page. Again, thank you for looking at our video, and I hope that our products are very useful to you. Thank you.